Hola, amor.
Hey.
How are you? What are we doing here?
We're gonna be talking.
Let's have a toast.
Yeah, water.
Get something down your system.
Guys, today we're going to be talking about holiday hardships.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, that means shopping.
You're gonna cry.
The holidays are hard,
Yeah.
for sure.
The shopping?
Shopping, money.
Yes. I'm a gift giver and I love giving people gifts, but I like to make them personalized. And I just feel like the pressure of Christmas and finding like multiple amazing gifts at the same time
Is a lot of work.
Is a lot.
Honestly, you need to prepare a lot in order to get the family together, the food, and travel is really hard, especially for us because she's coming from Mexico. She needs to fly, and she has a scooter that mobilizes her, and even getting a taxi would be hard.
So the holidays are tough for me because I was abused as a child.
Oh, man.
I still have this person in the family circle. Now I live in Los Angeles. My family's back in another state, and I no longer fly home for the holidays.
Wow.
Because they choose to make it about them being uncomfortable with me saying, I will not be under the same roof as this person anymore.
The good things that she's introduced is some really great traditions that we're now doing. One is playing Loteria, and I never played Loteria in my life, but now we play it with her family online, and then we include my mom, and it becomes a whole tradition.
It's kind of different now, the traditions that we have, but like he said, we're adapting our new life and trying to bring the family together as much as we can.
We have so many stories. I'm sure there's great stories we have, and then there's crazy stories that we have when it comes to being with our family over the holidays. But my biggest thing was, like, I choose the joy over the pain. We put all that stuff to the side and just like, let's be happy.
Yeah.
We're alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just
Celebrate life.
celebrate life, celebrate each other. But I think the pressure just comes from, not being whole in who you are as a person, that you're constantly looking to the left and the right of the pressure and
Kind of like fitting in, assimilating to the culture.
to the traditions of Christmas and the holidays, when really it's like, I'm here and I'm here with you. Like, that's what's beautiful. But it takes a lot to get to that point.
Leaving behind my parents, my family, my things, my work, my car, everything to be able to be with you. It wasn't easy because, like, I'm used to be with my parents all the time. So take that decision just in the most important time of the year, that it's Christmas and New Year's. For me, it was really hard, and it put so much pressure.
I felt that pressure that she had, and I wanted to make it better. So my plan was, let's take my mom to Mexico and then celebrate with your family. And that was the plan.
The plan.
But then COVID happened. We still have plans to do it in the future, but we still haven't. And now thinking about it, it's even more pressure.
Now the pressure is coming.
Yeah, the pressure's coming back.
My aunt, with like all her kids, the gifts was always focused like, oh, his friends are gonna get this, and if he doesn't get it, he's gonna feel left out. And
Right.
So the pressure starts coming from other families on top of your own.
Yeah.
Something I always look forward to, even though it's not with my immediate family, my extended family, which is my friends, we always have this tradition of going bowling every year. And like I said, I think you're coming this year, which I'm really excited about. But that's something I look forward to, meeting with my friends. Food is always good. I love leftovers.
Yeah, it's the best.
My favorite is the leftovers. And,
Recalentado.
yeah.
Last year I did something really special. I took my mom and my sister and my niece. We were in Miami, and we spent like a good few days together, and I feel like I gave them the best Christmas. So we cried, we healed, we laughed, we partied. I tried to spoil them as much as I can, like I just really wanted to create a beautiful memory.
I don't know, just those memories that we were together, that, I don't know, share with your family, share with my family, put our families together. I think that's the thing that I love the most.
So since I was by myself with my boyfriend last year, we made tamales. It was the first time I make them by myself. I burnt them. I burnt them so
I was about to say, and how'd it go?
And my boyfriend's black, so he doesn't know how to make tamales.
It was like, great, babe.
Yeah.
What is this?
He's like, what are we, and we're never doing that again.
To be burnt like that?
Yeah. Holidays are centered around peace and joy. So why don't we bring it back to that, that focus?
Yeah.
What is peaceful? How can you give somebody peace and joy?
I know that I work too much, and during the holidays I'm still working, and I should be at home helping out, cooking and all that stuff. There's times where I'm not even at home. I will work on that, and then next year or this year,
Don't go too far.
I will be there to help you out more.
Life is just so short and unexpected. And if we just hold those moments, I think we can create better memories for, when it's all over, you look back and you're like, wow, like that was a good time.
One of the things that I can do is to learn to cook more things and do it faster, because it took a long time.
I think the traditions that you brought are things that we should continue.
Yeah, for sure.
And those are good things that will help us just enjoy the holidays more.
Do you have any struggles during the holidays?
Ooh, eating a lot of food. Just like trying to keep a diet going.
So I think the biggest thing right now is just kind of being present with them for the holidays. And I think that's like the biggest struggle, because now it's like you're seeing your family over Zoom or through like video chat for the holidays.
It could be a little emotional, overwhelming. For me, I'm just personally pretty melancholic. So it's like I kind of get like a little bit sad.
I don't really spend the holidays with my family. I mean, I try to, but I guess that would be the hardest part about the holidays is like the loneliness, for sure.
I've seen my grandmother struggle during the holidays because she would like to be with all of her family, and she can't really travel anymore. She's a little bit older, and especially now with the new regulations of travel. So she's pretty upset because she has to stay home and not be with all her family that she cares about.
Do you ever feel like the pressure of buying gifts for the holidays?
I actually really like buying gifts, so no pressure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm like someone who does it all the time, and I always regret it because then my family like never uses the gifts. They like see them and they're like, oh, like this is amazing, thank you, and they just like toss it to the side, which is fine because I feel like I always buy gifts at the last minute that like they don't necessarily need or like want. And I just buy them just because I'm like, oh, I need to like give them a gift, and they're like, no, it's okay, like your presence is enough, so no gifts next time.
So there are pressures financially during the holidays, especially if someone like myself is going to visit a family member with gas, or also like or if you're flying, you have to pay for your airfare. If it's very quickly, the airfares are like over $100 or $200. Mostly you have to book in advance. So either or, like the financial stress will still be there.
Do you have any friends or family that have started a new tradition about the holidays?
So ever since the COVID thing, so yeah, I think we realized that more family time is more like, it's more precious. So yeah, but there's not a specific date where we hang out.
Not really, no. So my mom is Haitian, so basically every New Year's she like cooks like this soup called soup jumu, and we like eat it every New Year's, and it's supposed to be like this like kind of like this sign of good luck and like prosperity to enter into the year. So we do that a lot.
We are now gathering a lot more in my family members' homes instead of public spaces. Now we are gathering together.
Well, not really. I just go and visit my parents And we have just simple Mexican tradition, like eating tamales and pozole.
The holidays are hard when a lot of us have gone through traumatic experiences, and family can sometimes contribute to the intensity of that. But the importance is what brings us joy at our core and spreading that to others.
Despite the hardships of the holidays, I think it's important that we just create the best memories that we can.
I did a really good choice to come over here and spend my time with Julio, not just my time, my life with him, because even though sometimes I feel pressure to be here or with my family, I know that my heart took the right decision, so I'm happy for that.
One of the main takeaways is just connect with the people that you love, call your family, and then keep those family traditions alive.
Hey guys, it's Mike from Me Too, the director of this episode of Latinos Talk. My takeaway is that as long as we're spending the holidays surrounded by people who love us and who we love, then they're perfect. We don't need to put any pressure on them. It doesn't come from a store. I think it's something a little bit more, and that's from the Grinch. Go ahead and keep the conversation going in the comments. If the holidays are a tough time for you, we want to know why, and we sincerely hope you have a great holiday season.